welcome to Me versus Me, Part 3, Toxic Relationship, with myself, Herman Madimba.
And I'm Patrick Kinzonzi.
Now, today's topic is going to be straightforward.
Yeah.
We're just going to get into it, how to come out of toxic relationship.
Yes.
You know, it's a straightforward topic, but the action of how to come out of toxic relationship is not as straightforward.
Yeah.
And, you know, we might have siblings, friends, you know, associates that have been involved in that situation, or even that are involved in a toxic relationship. And one thing we've noticed is that no matter how you advise them, even when you stop advising them, Patrick, no matter how many signs they see, the evidence they see, you know, to come out is always like the now kicks in.
Yeah.
You know, it's very, very, very difficult to come out because you'll be so conformed to the environment.
Yeah.
You've been receiving so much poison.
Yeah.
And to not step out, it's almost like, well, normal doesn't seem, normal becomes scary.
Yeah.
It's much more safer to stay in a toxic than to go back and live a normal life.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely crazy. Yeah. When you think about it, you know. So that's what we're going to deal with today, because at the end of the day, look, I always tell people that, look, we only have one life here on this planet.
That's
before we cross over.
Yeah.
So that before you cross over, I said so.
Yeah.
Don't come at me. Yeah, you only have one life here before you cross over. So my belief is that you must make the best of the life that you have here.
Yeah.
I don't live an unfulfilled life here.
Yeah.
Especially because of somebody.
Yeah.
Because somebody's being toxic to me. I'm going to stay because for the sake of love, or because maybe you know I've invested so much in the person.
Yeah.
So now that they're being horrible,
Yeah.
I can't stay. No, I must stay to see my investment pay off.
Yeah.
Listen, when it comes to your life, again, if it's not going the way it's intended to be, if it's not going the way God intended it to be, especially if you're in a toxic relationship, you know, you're being violated, you're being cast, you're being insulted, you are doing things to try and please the partner all the time.
Yeah.
That means that your heart is always beating.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, how many people around our generation, younger generation, you know, within, let's say 20 years younger, even 10 years older, within that generation gap, how many of them are catching things like high blood pressure, things like that, mental health? I'm thinking, what are you talking about? See someone that looks healthy, but they're not really healthy.
Yeah.
Because the heart is always beating, they're always sweating. You ask yourself, like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But because of a person, you know, because a human being makes you feel like that.
Yeah.
It's never like, you know, it's someone that's not, it's actually not giving you anything. So you're stressing off a human being. So you are losing years.
Yeah.
You know, you are losing your health. You are losing your peace of mind. You know, so how do we come out, or why is it difficult to come out? You know, why is it so difficult to come out? Is it because some of the reasons that I've mentioned? A woman that invested a lot in a man, for example, the man wants trainers, boom, anything, buy. I cook for him, I do this, I go over the top for him, even though, let's I'm not even married to him yet, I do all that for him. So now when I find out that he's cheating, or when he begins to abuse me now, or even when I question him, he's even the worst thing. Someone that will cheat on their long-term partner, but then after they get questioned, they begin to cast them. Oh, why you question? Because I've read a quote here that some people don't trust you no more because you caught them. Because you caught them cheating. So they don't trust you no more because you caught them cheating. Yeah, I saw that quote on Facebook. So anyway, you step in.
That's so funny. You threw me off of what I was gonna say. But we'll get to that. I think see the last part you said that's paranoia. Or you're paranoid now. But once you believe that someone knows your game, that you're not paranoid, you're not treading on eggshell because you're not so confident in terms of you being able to get away with everything else that you was getting away with initially. So it's not necessarily I won't even say you don't trust them anymore. I believe you trust them to catch you. That's why you're paranoid.
Ooh, okay,
That's what
okay.
it actually is, So it's paranoia. So paranoid because I know you're watching me. I know you probably know the next step that I'm going to make, or was she listening to my previous conversation, or did I hide a piece of evidence that I hid before? Actually found it. So you're paranoid now. So hence why you'll probably try to play reverse psychology on the individual and probably make them feel bad about themselves, so that way they don't question you. And every time they get close to finding out what you're doing, they're going to now doubt themselves and think, okay, am I being crazy? Am I just overthinking it? And some people actually do that. They use reverse psychology on the people who are actually on the ball. People who are actually trying to catching them out, not trying to catch them out, who are actually trying to catch them out. They'll play reverse psychology on them because that's the only strategy that they can use against them to prevent them from being caught.
Yeah.
So, why people find out how to get out? Mentality plays a part. Culture can play a part. Tradition can play a part. What you've been taught, what you've been exposed to. Certain people, that's what they've known. For example, if that's what you saw in your household, if you saw your father treating your mother in that type of way, and that's what you witnessed, you grew up seeing that, you're gonna probably think that that's the norm. That's how relationships are supposed to be. So if a man is now treating you like that, you're gonna see it as this is just part of the struggles of life that you need to get through. My mom got through it. She's still a good mother, so I just need to take this, deal with it. It's gonna make me stronger. But that's probably what you've been told. If you saw your mother acting a certain way towards your father, complaining all the time, nagging at him, questioning his manhood, and then your father felt like he had to go above and beyond just to please her, you're probably going to do that when you get in your relationship, not realizing that it's toxic. So if all you knew is toxic, how can you know it's toxic? If that's all you need.
True.
Yeah, you need to see something other than that, and you probably need to experience something other than that. For example, okay, let's go to some what's considered to be third world countries. For example, you go in the countryside, or you go into the villages. Yeah. Now, would you consider those people poor?
No.
No. Would you consider those people?
Would I consider? I would have considered them poor.
Okay.
No,
but some people would.
Some people would say that. Yeah.
Some people consider them poor. Yeah. Some people would consider themselves because of what they don't have. Yeah. Don't have. Now, those people, do they see themselves as poor? No. That's life. They're happy. They're smiling. They're not gonna know that they're poor until they come into another environment, another society, or another culture where they actually see the difference as to, okay, so I actually lacked this and I was happy. Yeah. So I'm using that as an example, but like I asked you before, would you consider them poor? You said no, they're not poor, because poverty is being poor means to lack. Poor means lack. Yeah. So they don't lack anything because they have what they need, not necessarily what they want. They have what they need. Yeah.
That's right.
To another individual, they'll consider it poverty because other individuals need something else in order to survive and in order to function in life. Yeah. That's what it's about. Now, I use the reference of experiencing culture, your surroundings, and experiencing something totally different. For example, if you go back into ancient times, we who refer to ourselves as blacks, even though our skin is not literally black, it's brown, we refer to ourselves as blacks. Did we call ourselves black until we saw people of other pigmentation? No, I don't think we did. Yeah, I don't think other people call themselves white until they saw people of a different color. Yeah. What you grow up in, the air that you breathe, the food that you eat, what you drink, is still known to you if that's all you've had in life. And if you go elsewhere and you see that same thing, it's going to be normal food to you. It's going to be normal drink to you. It's going to be normal oxygen for you. It's going to be the norm for you. A child who's brought up in a racist home to hate someone of a different ethnicity, they're going to see that as normal. They're going to see that people of different ethnicities are bad because that's what I've known. That's what I've been taught. That's what's embedded in me. That's my mentality now. So even if they come out and they see something different, yes, they will realize that, hold on a second, this is actually different. However, they've been programmed in a certain way, so it's hard for them to just switch and break out of that overnight. They're not going to be able to do that, even though they see different. Why? Because they've been programmed. So you need to now reprogram yourself. That's why consistency, persistency takes part. Knowledge, understanding, and wisdom is very crucial and very important in terms of actually achieving this particular change. Now, you have to come out of that environment. Once you come out of that environment, you need to stay out of that environment. While you're staying out of that environment, now you need to occupy yourself by finding ways to deprogram yourself. Okay, so if what you knew was verbal abuse, now you have to fill yourself with verbal compliment, positive speeches, and then learning how to receive it, because some people have an issue with receiving positive things because all they've heard was negative. They've been programmed to receive negative. That really will become a part of your DNA if that's all you grew up hearing.
Yes.
So now you need to reset yourself, which is going to require a lot of reconditioning of the mind, hearing positive things, and then on top of that, receiving it and accepting it. Is it going to happen overnight? No. Why? Because you're being used to hearing negative things all the time. And you need to keep hearing it and hearing it and hearing it. You need to keep on hearing positive things being spoken to you. Keep on hearing it until you get used to it. If all you saw was people only working 9 to 5, just working cleaning jobs, the best was probably getting a promotion at Tesco's after 20 years of working there. That's all you know. That to you, that's probably greatness. It's someone to ask you to think out the box, to think ownership and that. You're gonna struggle with that. What you need to do, you need to put yourself in a different environment. Surround yourself with people who are owners, business owners, so that you can hear their language, so that you can hear how they speak, so you can hear the strategies and the plans that they make, how they structure their day, their timetables, their work ethic, how they walk around. So the more you're around them, it's gonna contaminate you in the same way that some pollution will contaminate you as well. It's contagious. If you're around them more often, you're gonna pick up a lot of that. You're gonna start speaking like them as well. You're gonna start thinking like them eventually. But it's not just enough to be around them. You need to also apply some of the things that they're doing as well. Bit by bit, overnight. No. Here's the thing: it's easier to slip back into something of old.
Of course.
That's a part of you.
Of course.
As opposed to breaking it out and developing into something new.
Of course.
So it's going to require a lot of hard work. Just think about it. If you spent 30 years in a negative situation, how much work and consistency do you think you need to put in for a transformation in a positive? You've spent 30 years being programmed, 30 years of consistency in negativity. So how much work do you need to put in now for the opposite? You have to keep on doing it until it becomes a part of you, until it becomes your nature, until people come around you and they become positive. That's when you know that, okay, I've really transformed. However, it's easier to work your way up a mountain, but it's harder to stay on top.
That's right.
Now,
That's right.
Reaching the goal is one thing now. Now the next challenge after that is going to be maintaining. That's the other. Maintaining requires exploring new ideas. That's in line with positivity, new ways of doing things. Even sometimes a different circle of friends, even if it's just temporary, but based on where you need to get to, based on innovation and reaching new goals. You need new ideas, and sometimes your same circle are not going to be able to give you the information that you actually need in order to get there. So you need new people around you sometimes, not permanently, but just temporarily for that goal, so that you can achieve something new and then come back to your old circle and say, look, man, we can move in this direction. So that's what it's about. So it's discovery. That's what it's all about. It's about knowing yourself, and all these things cannot be achieved if we don't know the basics, if we don't understand the basics. So identity, your purpose, your abilities, and where you need to go. Like, these things should be your foundation. They need to be your priority. They have to be your priority. That's your blueprint. That's actually the business plan to your transformation. That's what it actually is. And you need that in order to become the real version of you. Once you stray away from a business plan, your business will collapse. You'll lose track of where you need to go. You need to always go. That's your common ground that you stand on. So when all fails and you're confused or whatnot, you always go back. Okay, business plan. Where are we supposed to be around? Okay, we're supposed to be heading in this particular direction. Therefore, I can't afford to do this and I can't afford to do that, because otherwise I'm going to miss out on the bigger picture. That's what we need to do.
No, definitely. And you know, one thing about even talking about how to come out. You know, the thing is that most people think they're able to handle so much. Oh, I can handle this pain, I can handle that pain, I can handle that sort of abuse. That's even why, for example, you see, like, whenever, like, a woman who get physically abused by her man, her husband, or whatever, you see that when they report that person to the police, by the time the police has arrived, they'll tell the police, no, it's okay, don't press charges. And it is so consistent. It is so consistent. Why? Because that's something that the enemy loves how to do. When your confidence is so low and you are being abused, he's gonna put that guilt in you. Are you really gonna betray your husband? You know, remember, especially in some cultures, where they'll tell them no matter what the man does, you must stay and keep quiet. So all these things are going to play, you know. So by the time the police comes, and I mean, I've seen in so many programs, you see the police will come and then the woman with the black card, and then they'll be like, no, it's okay.
Yeah.
And once you do that, there's almost nothing the police can do.
Yeah.
They can question the man and everything back. Unless they themselves, they see him beating you up, then they can take him in. But if you are saying you don't want to press charges, then what can they do? Okay, give you a warning. They tell the woman, if it happens again, call us.
Yeah.
We know again what's going to happen. You call, and then that's it. I've had cases where the police even stop going because they know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, it's happened again. We're going to go there. She's going to be like, oh, it's okay. Don't take him in.
Yeah.
You know, because they to them is like, well, if they take him in, this thing was just physical abuse. If they take him in, yeah, by the time he comes back, when they bail him out, I'm going to get even more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and he, even though this should be the time when, you see, one thing, you know, I mean, if you're watching being abused, or you know someone that's in this kind of situation, toxic, whether physical, mental abuse, or whatever, you know, it's always important to have a strong network around you.
Yeah.
Even if it's one or two people. Like, I'm not talking about, listen, don't let this be like traditional people who just tell you, well, but look at us though. I don't tell you what my husband does. I don't tell you what he does. So you know, at least you is seduced. And me, I get abused and I get cheated on. So they'll start comparing which level of toxic thing is the best. Yeah. You know, at least your one is manageable. Anyone that tells you, that's the thing. Toxic is toxic. Anyone that tells you it's manageable, be very, very careful. And you're gonna hear lies like, well, especially you women. Oh, you can handle pregnancy. You could push a baby 9 months. So what's a pain? We women, we are built to handle. We are built to handle pain. No, listen. I remember I said you only have one life here. Yeah. Some pain is necessary. But you pushing a baby is necessary pain. But don't use that. Or because you can push babies, that means that we can handle anything. You can't handle anything. You can't, because you are not scared of the abuser. You know. So have a good support network. Even if you just 1 or 2 friends, you know, that think out of the box. Friends that are going to come and challenge you. Not tell that, oh, you take over the house. No, that will tell them, listen, get out of here. You know, especially if you're not yet married to the person, but they've shown you colors already. You need to have that strong support system that will tell you what maybe what, you know, your flesh don't want to hear, but what your spirit needs to hear. That how dare you give him that right to abuse you or whatever. And, you know, I mean, it's vice versa as well. If you're a man as well, you know, and then you are going out with somebody who is abusing, you know, she's verbally abusive, you know, verbally abusive, jealous, toxic, everything. She's always throwing stuff at you, verbally. Oh, you're come on, what you do? You're good for nothing. You can't, you know, because men do get abused as well. And I know some don't want to say it, you know, but men do get abused verbally as well. Yeah, but again, we also, like the woman say, oh, we can handle it. We also do the man-to-man thing, right? My friend, it's embarrassing to talk about it. How can I tell my boys? My woman shouted at me, and then she threw a cup at me, she threw a plate at me, and everything, you know. So all those things is abuse. And one thing I always say, the one thing about, especially when it's verbal abuse, the one thing about verbal abuse, okay, both abuses, the one thing about it is that because you are always walking on eggshells around them, even when they are quiet, that's even the worst thing, because you don't know what's next.
To build the tension.
Somebody can hit you. If you drop a plate, boom, they can hit you. The next time you do it, then they don't hit you. So you ask yourself, I mean, who wants to live that kind of life? You know, that's a psychological abuse. I mean, that one is even worse, because you're always looking. If you have guests coming to the house, or you have gonna be your friends or whatever, you say that something that's in their eyes inappropriate, or in their eyes disrespect them. You know, so they'll be like, well, hey, when I leave my boys, respect me. Don't say anything negative, even a joke. Don't say that. Don't even tell them that, as for him, he's clumsy. Or Herman, he always drops plates. What? What would you say in front of Patrick? How dare you? I told you, I'm the man of the house. If I'm going to marry you, you don't behave like that. You see? And then you want to spend the rest of your life with something like that. That alone is a recipe for disaster. A lot of us is that we have seen that is going to be a bad recipe already. We've seen that now. This ain't going to play out good. You know, this is not going to play. But yet, you still want to stay. Why? Because maybe that's what you've seen. Oh, well, in my family, you know, listen, you know, hey, in our countries, like the women stay, they get abused, they stay. The women get abused, they stay. But if you repeat that cycle, then what are your children? And you have to live with that person. Especially if you plan to have to live with the person, what are they going to see? Remember that, you know, because what's that growing with your child growing up with, you know, and seeing you weak, a weak mama or a weak dad? Who wants to see that? But these are the things that we don't think about. But rather we think about the shame. The real shame is if you endure that kind of behavior. That is the real shame, you know. And again, at the beginning we said, well, it's not it's not difficult. I mean, it's not easy to come out, especially when you're isolated.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying it's easy. Nobody's saying that at all. But again, it goes back to identity. Who are you really? Like, is that who God created you to be? To become a doormat for a man? To be a doormat for a woman? Is that what God created out of you? Even some friendship toxic as well. Is that what God created you? To always be the laughing stock. To always be the one that they pick on. To always be the one that gets abused. Is that the life that God has planned for you? So just like Patrick said, sometimes you need to step out. You have to step out. You have to gain new group of friends. Do it. If it means spending time alone until you start gaining a new group of friends, so be it. Because it's never to come out. It's never easy. It's going to be painful. But identity, part of identity and being confident, is that even if I go through a time of solitude, I'm still happy with myself.
Yeah.
Because you are healing. Remember that God cannot heal you if you are still where there's sickness again. How can God heal you where you got your sickness from?
Yeah.
Come on, you're going back to the same thing that failed you.
Yeah.
But you want healing to come there.
Yeah.
But some of us, we are scared. But last month on Instagram, did I not post myself with my partner enjoying? Yeah, but that same night he beat you up, or you went to cheat, and then but you faked it. So now you want to keep on faking. No, sometimes you have to run, and I mean run. But this is where the difficulty comes. But you have to come to your sense and be like, look, enough is enough. Enough, because it's happening. Some of you watching, you're going through that. You have friends that are going through that, and they don't understand what normal is anymore, because they've been going through it, and it's the only way for them to be so-called happy, but they're not happy because they are. See, the moment you are living to please somebody, I'm telling you, that person has become your idol. That person has become your God. How can God help you if you already have an idol, and you don't want that idol to live as well? God, you see, God will never force himself. He wants to be welcomed in. He wants to be welcomed in. You can't have two gods. Remember, you can't have two gods. I can't make a woman your my God, or you make a man your God, your idol, because I have to please. If he told me I don't behave like this, I don't behave like that, then it's very difficult. But it goes back to you. What do you want for yourself?
Yeah.
What is the plan? What do you want for yourself? It's never too late to start again. I don't care whether you're 22, 45, 62. Say, listen, it is never too late to start again, because freedom. Listen, money cannot buy that freedom, Never. There's nothing like freedom. And you have to understand that way that Ram we're going through now of freedom. Even if you're already married, but then you are thinking, I've got black eye, but hey, my mom said, the Bible said no divorce. my dad's a pastor, they've told me under no circumstances no divorce. Even though I saw my mom and dad sleeping in different rooms. And then on Sunday, my dad was going to preach in the church. But when they go back home, at least they're not divorced. Yeah, but are they happy? That's the thing. Are they happy? Are they going to consult God yourself? Now, should I stay in that situation? Because it looks like I'm repeating what mom and dad were doing.
Yeah.
But I have to keep up appearances. I know somebody, when I was in uni, I know somebody that whenever, at times, she'll come, in winter, she'll come to class with a black eye. So when she comes with black eye, we know what happens. Mark Tyson has been there. That abuse has taken place. Yeah. In winter, you are wearing glasses. It's sad, but you're walking in class, you are wearing glasses. Grown woman, because she knows what's happening at home. It's so sad. It took a long time for her to change, but that was a norm. I can't change. 1 minute she's okay, next minute, if the beating is bad, the dark glasses will come. If the beating is minor, okay, she'll come with you. Say, When I think about it, I mean, it's crazy. 2-3 days, dark sunglasses. That's a goal here. The physical effect of toxic behavior. Because it has physical consequences. That's what I'm saying. You have young people, I think their age, you're catching high blood pressure.
Yeah.
You're catching palpitation, your heart is beating, and then, come on, that's wrong. That is so wrong, Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned something that we're going to touch on that.
Okay.
Where people use the Bible and religion and say divorce is wrong. I want us to touch on that. I know of a lot of people that have been in situations where they're experiencing like total abuse, like abuse.com, abuse 101.
Yeah.
And they'll reach out to religious people, they reach out to people from the church or whatnot. But then they tell them that no, you can't leave because divorce is wrong. God doesn't like divorce. You shouldn't get divorced. You need to stay there. And I'm sure like we've been in certain environments before where someone said, okay, you need to tolerate it. You need to
tolerate it.
You need to endure it. No,
Yes.
I totally agree. Now, here's the thing. According to, okay, if we're speaking on biblical terms, yeah, divorce is wrong.
God
But
hates divorce.
He hates it. Yeah, some people say no, it's not wrong, but God hates it. No, if there's nothing wrong with it, He wouldn't hate it. If He hates it, it's because there's nothing wrong with it. Let's get that clear. Now, in terms of those who say that stay anyway, that's where there's a problem now. Now, why should you be in a situation where you are constantly being abused? What's that doing to you? And furthermore, is that a true personification of what marriage is supposed to be?
Yeah.
No, it's not. You're living
Is
a
it
life.
part of the marriage
Yeah,
marital vows?
yeah. It's not part of that. So that shouldn't take place. That shouldn't be taking place at all. Yeah. Separation should take place in that situation. If someone's abusing you, abnormally using you, that's what abuse actually means. Abnormally using you, then yes, it's okay to separate from that individual.
Yeah.
I'm not staying in the same house as you. Know what? I'm going to be in a safe place because
safe place. That's it.
That's
Safe
really to be in a
place.
safe place. Yeah, you shouldn't be in an abusive relationship. Let alone marriage. So, with that being said, there's a difference between separation and divorce. If you're separated, you're still married to the person, but just that the relationship, there is no relationship. I'm married to you, but there is no relationship. I'm separated from you. Yeah. You shouldn't tell them, okay, well, the Bible says submit to your husband. What does submit actually mean? What does it mean to submit? Submit is basically allowing you to be who you're supposed to be in my life. Yeah. You put your hands on me. That's not who you're supposed to be. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And even biblically, it says that too, that a woman should submit herself to her husband as they would to who? To Christ. Now, would Christ abuse you? No. Would He punch you in the eye? No. Would He take money from you? No. Would He verbally abuse you? Would He manipulate you? No. He's not going to do any of that. Yeah. So the standards of submission is as you would to Christ. Yeah. And when you submit to Him, what does He do? Yeah. You submit to that role model. Yeah. Now, if the husband isn't acting like that role model, don't submit to him. Since I've said it, do not submit to that. Yeah. Anything that's not that. Look, if you're being abused, do not submit to abuse.
I mean, how can you submit to anything that doesn't represent,
because otherwise, what message are you sending out there?
Thank you.
The message that you're sending out there is that it's okay to be treated like this. And then once your children see that, what do they then do? Yeah. They grow up and they replicate that.
That's right.
And that's why it keeps on happening. That's why this cycle needs to break. Because some of them say, well, I saw mom go through this, so this is what it is. Yeah, I've got kids by him. Yeah, he's always on business trips. He'll be gone for 6 months sometimes and come back. Yeah, I know sometimes he'll be doing this shit, but hey, it's not just about the image. Because that's a fake image. The image isn't real, it's fake. Yeah, your image is supposed to be you behind closed doors. That's you. That's the real you. Yeah. You need to stop being fake because it's so hard to pretend. It drains you. It will burn you out eventually. It can lead to depression, cancer, and all sorts of illnesses.
Yeah.
It does that. So that's why we need to stop pretending as soon as possible. Yeah. Don't tolerate that. Don't allow someone to just spit in your face. Don't allow someone to just slap you, regardless of who they are. Wrong is wrong, regardless.
You're being degraded. You're being degraded.
Yeah.
Think about it, man.
And then on top of that, you're accepting it. Yeah, you're accepting it. What are you accepting it for? What are you accepting it for? Yeah.
I was saying it's the order, Patrick. It's the order. So if the man degrades you, allow yourself to be ridiculed.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, did Jesus not let himself be ridiculed on the cross? That's what they were saying. That's the thing they were using.
He was paid.
Jesus let himself be ridiculed.
That's a price that he was paid for our salvation. That's totally different. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. So what I'm saying is, it's the example that's set. Yeah. Is this individual being a husband? Is this individual being a wife? Same way as a wife who is totally downgrading a man's masculinity.
Yeah.
No. Questioning his manhood. What kind of a man are you? You can't even do this, that, and that. Huh? What kind of a man and that? Well, maybe if I had a real man, I would have been. No. Stop that. Yeah? And as man, don't feel no pressure to the point where you feel like, okay, I need to live up to these expectations to give a reason to not say this anymore. Oh, yeah? Oh, you don't feel like a man? Okay, cool, I'll show you. No. No, man, this ain't no audition for no play called Dumbo. No. It's not. She don't know what a man is. That's why she's coming up with junk and stupidness like that. She's not even a man. So how she's telling you if no, she's not even a man, and she's telling you if look, get that in your mind. She's not a man, but she's trying to tell you what a man is. No, she's a woman. She's not a man. So that should be the first sign that something's not right anyway. There's something wrong with her anyway. So whatever concept or idea that she has of what a man is supposed to be, where did she get it from? From the street corners? What's her background? Let's say that, yeah. What was her upbringing? Yeah. If you're the real man that you would have, if you're a real man that you would know, that doesn't make me a man. If I do what you told me to do, that's what qualifies me as a man. What you told me to do. So you are qualified to qualify me as a man based on what I do for you. Just listen to that. However, there are men out there who do that. What's that? That's a toxic relationship.
Yeah.
It's toxic.
Very
it's
true.
toxic.
Very true. Very true. Very
That's
true.
toxic.
Nah, you're so right. You're so right.
Abuse is abuse wherever it's taking place. It don't matter who's doing it. If it's your mom doing it, if your dad doing it, it's abuse. Get out of there. Yeah. No, parents doing it to their children. No, it's wrong. Stop it. Get out of there. Yeah? Children scream out loud, snitch, tell. Yeah.
I know parents. Oh man, they spirit some of our culture, man. Boy,
it is what it is. Because these traditions that were exalted and put on a pedestal is killing us.
The overbeating, man. The belt, the this. All because of homework.
I mean, woo. A bit of discipline here and there is fine. Whatever works for you. Some people got beats that turn out okay.
A lot of them really abuse it though.
Yeah. Some of them did. Yeah. And some of them it's the only way to make themselves feel validated in the sense of saying that I'm doing something right. There are certain people out there who only feel validated when they point out your wrongs. Whether they do it verbally or they put their hand on you. That's the only way. If you're doing well, they become bitter. They become argumentative. They become cold with you. They don't want to speak to you anymore. They feel irrelevant. Because they can only relate to negativity.
Right.
Why? Because it's a reflection of themselves. Think about it. Those people who will only come at you to point out, why didn't you do this? Or to criticize you.
Or
to talk down on you. Or to point out your mistakes. However, they'll point out your mistake, but they won't back it up with a solution. It's okay to point out and say, look, you shouldn't be doing this. They'll never be a
solution though. Never.
You shouldn't be doing this. However, by you doing this is preventing you from doing what you should be doing. Don't just tell me what I shouldn't do. Point me towards what I'm supposed to do as well, because you know better. If all you do is pointing out my wrongs, what makes you any better? I don't know if I mentioned this before. Andre 3000 from the group Outcast. There's a song that he had with the cross called 16. He says there's a verse on there where he says they say that selling is a sin. Selling as a selling drug. They say selling is a sin. But then so it's telling young men that selling is a sin if you don't offer new ways to win. So you're telling them, okay, look, selling drugs is a sin. It's a sin. But he said it's also a sin if you're not showing them ways where they can actually win. If you're not giving them a way out, if you're not giving them a solution, that's also a sin to just criticize but not give a solution. Anyone can criticize anyone. It's so easy to point out the wrong in people. It's so easy to find people's truth. It's easy.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's so easy.
There,
it's so easy. It's so easy. You need absolutely zero level of intelligence to point out people's faults. What's the solution?
Yeah.
What's the solution?
Yeah.
What's the solution? There has to be a solution.
There
has to be a solution all the time. So be cautious when you are around people who constantly point out the negative, who try. They come alive when they're telling you something wrong. Be cautious of that. It may come across as though, they're helping you and you're wrong. Yeah. Is it helping? Or is it reminding you of negativity? And some people have grown up like that. All they've heard is negativity.
And
that's
true.
some of the ways where you constantly hear negativity.
That is true.
But you actually thought that you were being helped.
When a
parent or your partner was always telling you, why are you doing this? You should be doing this. What? You haven't done this, huh? How can you get 2 out of 10? How can you... Oh, they shout at me because they care. Okay, but did they show you how to get 8 out of 10?
Oh, no.
Did they help you with your homework?
No. It's like
you
better get it or else.
You better get it.
I don't stupid children, you know.
And here's the thing though, they don't even have the ability to help you. So what do? They disguise it and they cover it up by criticizing you. Criticizing you. You shouldn't be doing this. No, it's not that. Yes, criticism, constructive criticism is fine. But where's the solution? We need both. I need the solution more
Yeah.
Once I actually know the solution, I will probably know not to do this because I know it's going to prevent me from actually reaching my goal.
Yeah.
That's what the thing is. So back on the divorce thing that we did, hey, look, man, marriage or not, like, abuse is abuse, wrong is wrong. Separate yourself.
Yeah.
Submit yourself to the correct role model who's pouring in positivity into you, not poison, not pollution, positivity.
Yeah, you listen, you need the right people. And you know what? One key about those who are scared to come out of toxic situation.
Yeah.
Look at the person that's being toxic to you. Just look at them.
Yeah. Study them.
Look at them, yeah, and then you look at them and do a quick assessment and then come back to you. Why are they being toxic?
Yeah.
If they're so confident about themselves,
there you go.
Why are they being toxic?
There you go.
You've got your answer right there.
Yeah.
And then because you know them so much, quickly you're going to realize, actually, he's not happy in this life. He's not happy in this department. He's not happy there. He's not happy there. You will see that the list that you make where he's unhappy is so bad.
Yeah.
You're going to be like, no wonder why it's like this. And guess what? Immediately, you pity them. And when you pity them, that means that you have won already.
Yeah.
That's a cue for you to know, what? I'm coming now. Because why are they abusing you?
Yeah.
Instead of saying, I must please you. No. Why do they feel the need to tell you when we're in public, don't do it this way, don't do it. Don't even make jokes about me in the song. Don't make jokes about me, making fun of me like most couples do. Why do they do that? The level of insecurity is high. But it takes someone who is wise, is discerning and strong to point that out. Yeah. But they don't want someone to point that out. Because he did, and because with them it's like no. So they're waiting for someone who is weak, which is you. They managed to get you. So now just look at them and be like, okay, actually this guy is not happy. Yeah. This woman is not happy. No wonder why I'm being abused. And hey, it's not your job to fix them. When they've got you to the stage where you know that they're not going to, that is their pattern. That is them. Yeah. That is them. Because like I said, when you look at why they do what they do, yeah. You're gonna find it so easy now to come out. You will not even want to stay a day longer. Yeah. Because you go, so basically I'm satisfying their insecurity. There you go. That's what you're doing. By putting myself on the by becoming a doormat. That's right. I'm satisfying the insecurity. Yeah. Just like you were saying, how they would choose scriptures where you must submit, you must submit. No, I was actually submitting to his insecurity. Yeah. And it's never the ones where, let's say you are together, you are married, and then the man is insecure in some area, and then he asks you for help. But you know what? I still find myself a bit weak in that area. I need more confidence in, okay, then let's work together, let's pray about it and everything. I'm not talking about those ones. No. Where you admit yourself that I need help in that area. I ain't talking about that. Yeah. Where you both or commit yourself to pray to change that particular area. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Where it's like, look, this is how I am, and this is who I target. Yeah. This is who I target. And then once I've got there, I'm going to be like, look, where this is, like you were saying, where God hates divorce. This is it. So you must submit to me. You don't do it this way. You don't do it that way. Yeah. I am the head. But remember the same Paul that told the woman to submit. He also taught where husband love your wives the way you love your own body. Yeah. You nourish it. You take care of it. But look at just look at them. Yeah. Why are they not nourishing their mind to transform? There you go. Why are they not seeking to transform so that they could be a better person for you? But they don't want that. Why? Because they rather have a victim. Yeah. A willing victim. There you go. So when you so we spoke about submission. If you listen, if you want to submit to that, then that is your problem. That's your own business. If you want to submit to that, it's your problem. But look at them. Just look at them. Forget about who's telling you stay. Just look at them. Why is he punching you? Why is she always abusing, verbally abusing? Why? They always want to know where you are. What they tell them, no, you must stay with me all the time because you're mine. You're mine. I pray your mind price. You're mine. You're mine. You're mine. You must stay. You must stay. Why do they do that? They've been doing it for how long now? And that's always been the pattern. That is the answer for you to come out. You can't partner with toxic. You can't partner with toxic. Oh, but the Christian, no. You are not on the same level. That's all. But they are believers. No, what did they believe in? Are you sure they're believers? What did they actually believe in? No, you are unequally yoked. You can't partner with toxic. I don't care if they sit with you in church at the front. You can't partner with toxic. You might say, well, my mom and dad were pastors, they did it, they sat at the front. Yeah, but they sat at the front, but when they go back home, one slept there, the other slept there. That you have the answer there. You know, so that's
yeah. And this is how I'm gonna finalize it.
mm.
The same principles and strategies that companies and businesses use in order to upgrade and improve their devices. That's the same thing that we're supposed to do.
Mm.
Yeah? Look to improve, look to upgrade. See where you went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See where the previous product went wrong. Highlight its effectiveness, its strengths and weaknesses. But then see how you can build on the weaknesses and the strengths.
Yeah.
Adjust the weaknesses and then build on the strengths.
Yeah.
Devices that we used to record sound or images. Yeah, they were great. The other day I was looking back at some pictures that I took from 2013 on a phone that I had.
Mm.
I thought it was decent quality there. The size was not even 1 megabyte. I was like, what's not even 1 megabyte? Which means that if I enlarge it, it'll be blurry. But at the time I was thinking that, this is good quality, but it wasn't even 1 megabyte.
Wow.
Now, on phones, when we take pictures on our phones now, it's about 3 megabytes, sometimes 5. So what they did was they improved. Same principle needs to be applied to relationships.
Very true. Very
yes,
true.
Your parents did great. However, this was dysfunctional. Let me readjust that in my relationship and then build on their strengths. Because we're supposed to be building, getting smarter, getting wiser, getting stronger physically and mentally and emotionally as time goes on. We're not supposed to be repeating negative cycles all the time. So that's what it is. So we apply the same principle that we do when we upgrade our previous devices. Whether it's your smartphone, your TV, your cameras, we do the same thing.
That's good. That's awesome. And you know that's very, very true. What exactly? Where are the improvements? Or they get more toxic? Wow, that's some improvement in it. What are the improvements? If there's no improvements there, again, remember, it's your freedom. It is your freedom. Don't hide behind the Bible. The Bible is meant to strengthen you, to improve you. So don't hide behind the scripture. The scripture will not help you. Don't hide behind that. God is not in that. God is not involved in toxic unless you want to transform. That is not God. So don't be hiding. Oh, my family told me now. Don't hide that. You know, let your freedom. You know, listen. Your freedom is so important. It's your freedom. It's your movie. So don't make it a bad movie. I'm coming to America. I'm joking. You critics out there. No. Don't make it a bad movie. You know. Yeah. But finally, let me just ask you. Why? I spoke about investment before. At the beginning, you know. So you just find a word like. Obviously, I said that there are some that have invested so much in the partner, in buying them so many things, or even things like even joint bank accounts. I don't think people are not even married, like joint bank accounts and so much, even doing business together as well. So, but how does one come out of that now? By saying that, I'm not thinking about how do I stop the business? How do I stop the joint bank account? No, I'm thinking about how do they come out without feeling that emotional attachment that, but you want to leave him, but look what we have together. You are not leaving. You build this together.
Your investment is this. Your investment is that you've learned. You've come to the awareness that this was wrong.
But they're going to feel it's a waste though. They're going to feel stupid.
What's waste? A waste is actually being in toxic and not realizing that you're in a toxic situation.
But, what... Imagine that they've come out here. Let's say a woman has come out, but then immediately 2-3 weeks later, they say the man is going with another woman. Imagine after all they've invested now. Obviously, they're going to feel stupid, in it. But how then do you move their mind away now?
Okay. I'm going to answer it like this, You've been in jail for so long. And it's your release date. You've been in jail for a long time. You had a inmate that you shared a cell with. You've come out now. And you now find out that inmate is sharing a cell with another individual. You look back and you say, oh, this was my cell? Or do you say, you know what, I'm glad I'm not.
Heavens no.
That's how you got to look at it. You look at it as that you came out with jail.
Real talk.
And if someone else is now in your cell,
real talk.
Boy,
that's good.
Just be glad that it's not you anymore. So don't feel jealous and be like, oh my gosh, no. Someone else is in that prison that you came out of. You're alive now. You're breathing. It's fresh air, fresh oxygen now. You're about to move into a mansion in an office where you can actually work effectively in a palace. So guys, thank you for joining in. I'm Patrick Kinzonzi.
I'm Herman Madimba.
We'll catch you guys next time. Take care. Me,
God bless you.
There's some way out. Yeah. I used to think I couldn't do it because I thought it was fear. But you gotta overcome fear. Like Big Pimpin' say, doubt is the murder of the dream that couldn't dream on. But then it's up to you to make that decision. Sing along.